Okay, so Morgan, I do want you to share your story a little bit and just kind of go more into like promotions and like income and like what you've been able to do because I just think that you're amazing. So, start with that and then hop into it.
Okay, so hi everybody. Hey Maddie, I miss you. Hi. Okay, so before I share my story, I want everybody, I don't know if I just froze. Y'all did for a second. Okay. If you have questions that you want me to answer about the comp plan, I'm probably going to answer it already, but go ahead and type it in the chat to make sure, because I'm doing this for y'all. Like, I already know this stuff. So I don't want to just repeat everything y'all already know. I want to be sure that this is like adding value to you. Ask whatever questions that you have, and I will do my best to answer those as well as I can. I may not know the answers. I don't know everything about the compensation plan, but I do know more than I did whenever I joined. So I'll teach you what I've learned. So to start, my name is Morgan, and I joined this business. Tomorrow is my 5-year anniversary. And I needed an extra couple $100 a month for gas money and groceries. And I was a broke college student, typical story. And I joined this business, didn't think I'd be successful at all, told myself if I could sign up one customer that I would not have failed. And obviously I've done a lot more than that, and it's just been so fun. I've met so many new friends, and because of this business, we've been able to pay off over $100,000 in debt. We've been able to build the house that we're in right now. We've been able to retire both of us from our jobs. My husband gets to work the job that he loves just because he wants to, not because he has to chase a paycheck. And it's just given us freedom to give back and save more than we ever have before. And now we're teaching our team to do the same thing. That's why I want to do this compensation plan, to show you how to make money, because that's what you join this business for. So, is there anything you wanted me specifically? I know you said talk about paychecks. Is there anything specifically you wanted me to say?
No, just all the money that's allowed you to do stuff with.
Okay, cool. All right. So, okay, sorry, I was just like looking at the chat. I get super distracted, so if you say anything in the chat, I'm not gonna because okay, perfect. Because I'm gonna get super distracted like that. What I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna see if this works. I am gonna try to share my screen with my iPad and draw this out. And
I'm gonna make you a co-host so that you can.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let me try this, and if it works, I should be able to. Can you see my screen?
It's black.
One second. Let me unplug it and replug. All right, let's see if this will work. Okay. All right, cool. So, all right, so let's talk about the compensation plan a little bit before we get started. So obviously, you know, we have fast start bonuses, and that is whenever you sign up a distributor, they get 2 customers in their first month and you get $100. Well, whenever you promote to diamond and above, you get something called a leadership bonus on top of that. So this isn't replacing your $100 bonus. You still get that. But now that you're a diamond and above, you're actually going to get extra money added on top of that that's going to go into your commissions check. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about how that works, and then I'm going to explain when you stop getting them and when you start getting them, and why it's important whenever you promote diamonds to help them maintain diamond. Because if you just help pop diamonds and you just have all these diamonds on your team and none of them are maintaining, you are not making any money that you could be making, because there's nobody that's making the $80 bonus. So, okay, so you have your fast start bonus, and that's always $100 no matter what. But now you're diamond, so you get an extra $80 added on top of that. So whenever I enroll somebody, let's say I enroll Rachel. So I enroll Rachel. I'm a diamond, okay? I have officially promoted to diamond. Like, you know, it doesn't matter if it was a minute ago or if it was a year ago. I am a diamond. So I enroll Rachel, and I help Rachel get her first 2 customers, and I make a $100 bonus like always. But because I'm a diamond, that's the only difference. I also get $80 added to my paycheck. The thing that you want to remember with this, though, is that the distributor themselves has to be commissions qualified for you to get your bonus. So if that distributor's auto shipment declines and never reprocesses, you do not get that bonus. You do not get the $80. If that distributor doesn't have an auto shipment and they get 2 customers and they get 60 in volume or even 120 in volume, but they're not at 150 because they didn't run their auto shipment, you miss out on that $80 and you probably will get the $100 clawed back because they can do that. They can take that bonus back from your paycheck because you never actually earned it. Okay, so does that all make sense? If it doesn't make sense, the chat, I can like click on it if somebody types in there. So if that doesn't make sense, let me know and I can explain it further. If anything doesn't make sense, let me know. Hang on, I'm gonna check the chat. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, so that's something that you want to make sure that you do is help that person get commissions qualified. So for me, my rule of thumb is that every distributor that I enroll gets to 150 with a minimum of 2 customers. That's like the rule. I never rely on their auto shipment. I don't care if their auto shipment is set up to run the next day. I'm helping them get 150 in volume because I don't want them to return the auto shipment or for it not to run or for it to decline or for them to turn it off at the last minute. It's just too risky. So I always get them to 150 in volume and that's your best bet. So if you're diamond, you get an extra $80. If you are double, you get an extra $40 on top of the 80. So then that equals a total of $120. And then whenever you go triple, it is an extra 15. Prez is an extra 10. And ambassador is is an extra 5. So whenever you promote to diamond and above, each level allows you to unlock a new part of the compensation plan. When you hear people say whenever you go diamond, you have the license to print money, this is why. Because you are in control of how many distributors that you enroll. And if you don't think that enrolling distributors is important, you're not going to make average paychecks. And you're definitely not going to make above average paychecks. So you need to make sure that you are helping these people that you're enrolling get started on your team. So now here's what's the cool thing. So all of these add up. So by the time that you go ambassador, you're making $250 every time you sign up a distributor and get them to 150 volume. How did I get that? Because 80 plus 40 plus 15 plus 10 plus 5 is 150. Plus you also get your $100 fast start. The $100 fast start is in your weekly bonuses as usual. That $150 is added to your paycheck. So you get that at the end, or you get that on the 15th of every month. So the cool thing about this though, and this is where it really gets crazy, where you start making $30,000 paychecks, is because every person that you enroll, so let's say I go diamond today, and I gave the example earlier that I enroll Rachel. Rachel gets fast started, that's great. I make $180 off of her because I'm a diamond. But what I didn't tell you yet is that Rachel also goes and signs up, a friend too. And let's call this friend Cindy. So she goes and signs up Cindy. I come up with the randomest names whenever I'm like making up names. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so she goes and signs up Cindy, and Cindy gets fast start qualified too. Well, I don't even know who Cindy is, but I enrolled Rachel and I helped Rachel do what I'm doing, which is enrolling customers and enrolling distributors. And because I'm helping Rachel do that, she helped Cindy get fast start qualified. What do I get? $80. And then Rachel goes and helps somebody else and they go and get fast start qualified. Rachel's got this team of 2 people and she's getting ready to go Ruby. She's so excited. She's rocking and rolling. She's helping her people get fast start qualified. And I'm getting $80, $80, $80. And then her distributor, Cindy, goes and signs somebody up. I make $80 when that person gets fast start qualified, unlimited, as long as I maintain the rank of diamond. If I drop down below diamond and I'm no longer maintaining diamond, I no longer get those cabs, which is what we call them, the leadership bonuses, cabs. It's the same thing. So yes, you need to go diamond. That is where you make so much money. That's why you see the jump in income on the income chart go from 800 to 2,000. And then the other big jump is where you go from $80 extra to $40 extra. So you're now making 120 bucks every time that somebody in your downline is getting fast start qualified. Now that does not count. Like let's say I enroll Cheyenne and I enroll her before I go diamond. and then I hit diamond, and then Cheyenne goes and continues to enroll, that does not count for me. I do not make extra $80 off of that because she was already enrolled before I hit diamond. Okay, so it's only after. So all of you who are so frustrated and just like so focused on the people on your team that aren't working, and you're like, well, I need a team that's really working and so excited so that I can hit diamond. If you stop letting these little things get you like to where you're just like holding yourself back, and you say, you know what, I'm going to get to diamond by myself if I have to, come hell or high water, I'm making it happen. Do you know how much money you're going to make when you enroll all your rock stars after you hit diamond? Yeah, it's pretty great, because I had one person on my team before I hit diamond that is still in this business, and she's a double diamond now, about to go triple, but she's the only person that I had. Every other person, I am minimum diamond coded to everyone on my team. That's 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, and some of them I'm presidential cab too. So that's an extra $145, which means $245 if I personally enroll in. So does that all make sense? Does anybody have any questions about that part? Because the next part is going to get into like levels and generations, and I'll explain all of that too. But, and then this is also, we're talking about personally enrolling people, where that's where you make a lot of your money. You're going to see that when I talk about generations too, because you're going to see the difference in income whenever your team is mostly personally enrolled to you and whenever they're not. It's a big difference. So does anybody have any questions about that part? If you do, speak up now. If not, I will continue. If you enroll them and move them, if you're talking about a distributor, it doesn't matter. They're always enrolled to you. They are always coded to you. I move every distributor that I have. They are always still with you, so don't worry about moving them. And I always move my customers too, because I want to get these bonuses, right? So that kind of makes sense while we're telling you to move all these people. I promise you make more money when you do. Okay, so now speaking of making more money whenever you move customers, let's talk about if you keep them. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about levels. So whenever we're talking about levels, that is what you get paid on. And you're mostly thinking about levels whenever you are emerald and below, because otherwise you're going to mostly be talking about generations. You don't really care as much about levels. I mean, you do, but you don't when you go diamond. So let's talk about the different levels. So you have distributor. I'm going to throw executive in there just for the clarity so that it's not like skipping around everywhere. And then you have emerald. Okay, so then whenever you're a distributor, you're getting paid 10% off of your first level, which you are level 0. Okay, so you're getting paid 10% on that always. So, but then you're also getting paid on your first level and your second level. And that's it. And remember, if you personally enroll a customer and you keep them, you get an extra 5% enroller bonus. So you're making 15% off of customers that you keep. So let's say if it is a thing of hair, skin, and nails. Oh, so it's 30, or now it's 8 BB? 28 or 27? 28? 28. 28 BB times, so you're making $4 off of that by keeping it. So if you enrolled 2, you would make $8. But if you move it and you move it to a distributor that you enrolled, you make 100. Make sense? That's why you move customers. So you're going to make 10% off of anything that people underneath you enroll, which this is again why we're not a pyramid scheme, because remember, if they enrolled that person, they're making 15%. We're making 10. We're making less off of the effort that your team does than they are. So they're making the majority of the money for the effort that they do, and we're making a little bit less, but we still get paid for coaching them and helping them. So distributor, you get paid on 2 levels. Anything below that, you're not getting paid on it. You haven't unlocked that yet. So whenever you go executive, you unlock, you still make 10% on the first 2 levels. Ooh. But now you unlock an extra 5% on your 3rd level. So you're not making anything on your 4th level or beyond. You're just making it on that 3rd level. Okay. And whenever I say levels, I mean, like, for example, let's use the other example before so we don't get confused. Like, so I'm at level 0. I enroll Rachel. She's level 1. and I'm making 10% off of all of the people directly underneath her, all of Rachel and her customers and her auto shipment. But then Rachel has Cindy underneath her. That is my level 2. I'm making 10% off of that. And then Cindy goes and enrolls somebody, but I'm just a distributor, so I'm not making anything off of Cindy's distributor because I'm not there yet. When I go executive, I unlock the right to have money made off of Cindy's distributor. Okay. Ruby, you have 10%, 5%. So same thing, but now you unlocked a 4th level where you make another, hang on, I think I did that wrong. 1 second. Well, let me go back and look because I actually wrote this down yesterday. No, that was right. 10, 10, 5, yeah. Oh, wait, so, yeah, okay. So, then on your 5th level, you do, it's the same thing for Emerald, 10%, 5%, 5%, but then you unlock 2% on that 5th level. So whenever you have an Emerald size team, this is why the new charts are helpful, is because you're building wider instead of deeper. When you're a Ruby, you have all of these different levels. Like you have this person that has an executive, and then we're stacking underneath the executive to make sure that we get all these extra people. Stacking is not a bad thing. Me and my team do it. I don't know if that's what Shay teaches, but yeah, so stacking is a good thing. However, if you're not at the place where you're making money off of the 6th and 7th and 8th level, it's not super smart. So that's why these new charts, you've got one level. You've got one level. You're making top money from that organization that you have under you. And then you can afford to stack as a Ruby because you're still making 10%, 5%, 5% underneath the people that are already on those 3 boxes on your top line. Does all that make sense so far? It's not really super important that you know this, but whenever people ask you, like, how do we make money? Like, what are the ways that we make money? That's it. Distributor to Emerald. And there's a lot more that goes into it than that. So you can't exactly take your volume and like multiply it by these percentages because it's different, and it's hard to tell what the levels are. But there's a lot more that goes into it, but this is a basic gist. Okay, so that's kind of what levels are. Okay, so write that down too, and like make sure that you know that that is levels, because we're going to talk about generations next, and it's going to get very confusing if you confuse which one is which. Okay, so for levels, I am level 0. Okay, if you go into your eSuite and you click you go to reports, additional reports, and click Organization Explorer, and you go and you see your name in blue up at the very, very top, the number next to it's a 0. That's because you're level 0. Okay, so now we're going to go to generations, and I'm going to explain this because this is a little bit more confusing, and this is where you're really going to make a lot of money. Generations are for diamonds and above. If you're not a diamond and above, you're about to learn why you want to go diamond and above, because you're about to make a lot of money. But for generations, you are your first generation. Levels, you're level 0. Generation, you are your first generation. Think about it as kids. Like if I'm the grandma, like I'm the first generation, then I have a kid, they're my second generation, and my grandkids my third generation. So I am my first, and diamonds get paid. And this is pretty easy if you think about it. Diamond gets paid off of the first generation. Double gets paid off of 2. Triple off of 3, which is pretty easy because triple 3, whatever. Prez 4. Ambassador off 5 generations. Okay, so I'm going to explain what that means and what that looks like, but it's pretty easy to remember it that way. So like if I'm a diamond, so I am not a generation until I go diamond. So it's like you're not a generation technically until you have a kid, I guess, right? So like until I'm a diamond, until I'm a mom, like I'm not, well, I guess that's a bad example. Sorry. That's a really bad example. Forget I said that. I am my first generation whenever I go diamond. Okay, so I'm going to explain what that looks like and what that means when you get paid off of it. So let me show you first. How do I want to do this? Okay, so if I'm drawing this, diamond, double, triple, Prez. We'll just do those because that's whatever. Okay, so for diamond, you make 4% off of your first generation. And then as a double, remember you make money off of 2 generations. So you make 4% on your first and 2% on your second. And this is going to make more sense in a second. Just write it down and I will explain it later. I promise you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck? You're supposed to not understand yet. It's okay. Triple, you make 4%, then 2% again, and then 2% again. Yes. And then, sorry, I'm making sure that I'm right. And then presidential, you always make 4% on your first generation. Hang on, I'm just going to double check myself because I don't want to tell you wrong. And then I'm going to draw out the triple chart and show you what this practically looks like so that it can make a whole lot more sense. Okay. See, I told you I'm not perfect. Erase all of that. I knew, I was like, wait a second, that is not right. 2%, because you're a diamond, so you make 2% off of your first gen, which is yourself, which is why they say whenever you go diamond, you make an extra 2% bonus on your entire organization. So you get paid off of your entire PGV, which is your personal group volume, okay? So then it's 2% for double and then 4% for your second generation. That's right. And then 2% again, and then 4% for your second gen. And then because you're a triple, you get paid on 3. So 2% there. And then for presidential, it is 2% for your first gen, which is yourself, 4%, 2%, and then 1%. The only difference for ambassador is that they get paid on a 5th generation, and that's 1% as well. Okay, so whenever I say paid on 2% on your personal group volume, that is outside of any other diamonds. So whenever I'm a double, I'm getting paid on my first generation. So right here, we're looking at this. I get 2% on my first generation. Who's my first generation? That's me. So I get paid on my entire personal group volume outside of any diamond. Okay, so I'm a double, so I probably have at least a diamond and an emerald. So I'm making about 2% on all the emerald and maybe like a 400 boxes group volume all together. So just that over there, I'm making 2% on. But now I have a diamond, so that's my second generation. I'm my first, a diamond is my second. I'm going to draw this out in a second too. But they're my second generation. I make 4% off of their entire group volume. But if I enrolled them, remember we talked about the 5% enroller bonus for customers, keeping them, all that stuff. There's also a 5% enroller bonus whenever you enroll somebody who goes diamond. Okay, so you make an extra 5% off of them and their entire group volume. Think about a diamond. A diamond to maintain by volume has to have 10,000 volume. So if you personally enrolled them, you're making 4%, plus you enrolled them, so 5%. So 9% off of 10,000 volume is $900 on a paycheck just because you're a double diamond or above who has a diamond that you personally enrolled. So that's why it's so important to personally enroll people. But now, I'm just going to throw this back to the fast start bonuses. Now, you no longer make your $80 off of them. So the people that they had personally enrolled that you are coded to, so like, again, let's use Rachel as the example. So I enroll Rachel, she enrolls Cindy. Okay, so Rachel goes diamond, and then she enrolls Elizabeth. Well, I don't make an extra $80 off of Elizabeth because Rachel just went diamond and she enrolled Elizabeth. So she makes $100 for getting her fast started and she gets to make the $80. I'm not anybody special. Rachel gets the exact same thing that I did, but we don't both get to make that $80. It's Rachel now. okay? But then let's say Cindy over here, I'm still diamond coded to her. She enrolled under someone who I was diamond coded to because they enrolled after I went diamond. So Cindy's still diamond coded to me, and she's not diamond yet. So let's say Cindy goes off and enrolls, you know, Maria. Well, Maria, I make $80 off of her because Cindy enrolled her and Cindy is not diamond yet. Does that make sense? Kind of confusing, but you can't both make the $80. You can't both make the 40. So let's say I'm presidential coded to somebody. I'm making $145 off of all their downline, but then they go diamond. So I'm only making the extra $40, $15, and $10. I'm not making the 80 anymore, but I'm still making the difference until they hit double and triple and presidential. No, it doesn't matter if they're on your top line. It just matters if they're the first generation. So there can be a ruby and an emerald between you and then a diamond underneath the emerald. Remember, levels and generations are different. Haley, you're thinking about levels. So remember, generations don't count unless you're diamond. So it's your first generation diamond. So it doesn't matter what level, like they could be on your 11th level. But if no one between them is diamond, that 11th level diamond is your second generation, because I'm my first, they are my second. Does that make sense? Does that help? I'm going to show you, and this is going to make a little bit more sense. So I'm just going to show a triple chart. So it talks a little bit about double, and that's why I did that, but I want to show you triple because this is going to give you a better example. I know that this is going to stress some of you out if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm Ruby, we're looking at a triple chart. It doesn't matter. All I want you to get from this is like, dude, I can make so much money with this business. If you can get that from what I'm showing you, I will have done my job. If you are actually going for triple or you're actually a triple and you make $4,000 paychecks while you maintain triple, I'm going to show you how to get your paychecks up, okay? So you have, ooh, Lord. You have a double and you have a diamond and you have another diamond. Ooh, if you're a triple. So that is what it takes to go triple. And let's just say for fun that this distributor here is personally enrolled to you. And let's say this diamond is not personally enrolled to you. Let's say this double is personally enrolled to you. And then obviously because they're double, they've got a diamond, and we'll just call it an emerald. They probably have a little bit more out there. Maybe they're building for triple. They've got a third leg, but we'll just make it easy. So they've got a diamond and an emerald. And let's say that this diamond is personally enrolled because you are just killing it and you are personally enrolling everybody. And I'll show you what happens if they're not. Okay. So this diamond right here, let me use a different color. Can y'all see if I use yellow? Okay. I think I can see. All right. So this diamond right here, they are my first generation, or they're my second generation because there's no other diamond or above between us. Okay. So they're my second generation. So let's say I have like a fourth leg out here floating because I'm, working on presidential or whatever, like, well, that's the old charts, but I have 400 boxes and all this stuff. Like I've got extra volume out here. I'll make 2% on all that volume outside of what you see on this screen. Because everything on this screen is diamond and above. So I'm only making 2% like on my personal group volume or my personal customer volume. I'm trying to like not to look at the chat and getting distracted. But so this personally enrolled diamond right here, I make 4%. Why? Because I'm triple and they are my second generation. So I make 4%, right? But I enrolled them. So what else do I make? Put it in the chat. I want to know that y'all are following along with me. Or hold it up. Yeah, 5. So I make an extra 5% just because I enrolled them. So what does that equal? 9%. Let's say they've got 10,000 volume. They don't, because we're going for way more than what we actually need. So they probably have like 15,000 because we're going for above average. But for easy math, because I suck at math, let's just say 10,000. So this diamond has 10,000 group volume, and I make 9% off of that because I personally enrolled them and there's no other diamonds between us. So I make $900 just because I help somebody enroll and I help them go diamond. Now, who really gets this that's not diamond and above maybe? Let's just see if they can get this. Who knows how much I make off of this diamond right here that is not personally enrolled? Does anybody know? If you don't, that's okay. I'm going to explain it, but does anybody know? Yes, 4%. So how much is that if they have the minimum volume of 10,000? Yep, $400. I see there's some people that are like motioning to me. Perfect. $400. Do you see why you want to enroll all of your distributors personally? Because that is more than double the amount of income. Now, let's say these 2 diamonds. Now, this is going to happen. Like, this isn't just the month you promote. This is forever, as long as they maintain diamond and you are still double or triple. Okay, so we're not talking about the double yet. We're just looking at diamonds. I want to show you what it looks like when you have somebody who is maintaining diamond directly underneath you, who is about to go double, but not yet, and their volume is like 20,000. Well, I guess I could just double it, 1,800. And now you're making $1,800 off of that diamond just because you enrolled them and helped them go diamond, but you're only making $800 off of the one that's not personally enrolled. That's a difference of $1,000 because you didn't enroll them. What I'm not saying, please hear me, what I am not saying is don't help them go diamond if you didn't personally enroll them. That's not what I'm saying. If you've got a rock star on your team, I do not give 2 flying flips who enrolled them. You help them go diamond because at the end of the day, they're going to promote. You're not in this just to change your life. You're in this to change other people's lives. And then you are going to promote with them whether or not they're personally enrolled to you. And it's not like you're not making money. You're still making money over here, but you're just not making as much. So what I'm saying is, promote with whoever you can. Promote with whoever is underneath you. But get your butt to work and start enrolling some distributors. And stop trying to enroll like 86 crappy distributors a month and find some people who actually want to do this business with you and take this mentorship that you told them you'd give them seriously. Stop telling them that you're going to help them do this business and then post once a week and then expect them to go diamond and wonder why you're not successful. Okay, that's a little bit of my red coming out. Now back to my green. Okay, so we're going to go to double. All right, so we're looking at this double. We're still triple because we've got a double and 2 diamonds. So we've got a double. They're personally enrolled to us. Okay, they are my 2nd generation. It doesn't matter that they're not diamond. It's diamond or above. The first level, or the first generation or 2nd generation. They're the first people that are diamond and above underneath me. They're my 2nd gen. So what do I make on them? 4% outside of any diamonds. So I make 4% over here. Okay? Because they're my 2nd generation. Now, for the first time, we have a 3rd generation here. We have another diamond underneath somebody that's diamond or above. So there's me. I'm my 1st generation. I've got my double, who's my 2nd. Now we've got a 3rd because we've got this other diamond down here. So this diamond is my 3rd generation. So if we go back up here, I'm making 2% off of their volume. So I make 2% off of them. Oh, but they're personally enrolled. So how much do I actually make? 7%. And then if this double is personally enrolled, technically I'm making 9% too over here. So 9% on an emerald, let's call it 8,000 volume. Okay, so $720. And then this diamond over here. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, that's 2 plus 5 is 7. That's why I wrote that. But so 7% off of 10,000 is 700. So I make a total, because I'm helping this double, who are both personally enrolled to me, I'm making about $1,420 between the diamond and the double. I make a little bit less off of the diamond because I'm only making 7% right here because they're on my 3rd generation, but I'm still making money off of them. Now, I'm trying to think of when I want to talk about this. Hang on. first, let me talk about this. So let's say if this person was not personally enrolled. Let's say this diamond down here, let's say right here that they are not personally enrolled. I don't make the 7%. I just make the 2%, so I make $200 off of them. See the difference? You want everyone to be personally enrolled to you. And it's okay if they're not, because I have an entire leg underneath my husband who is not personally enrolled to me. They just took off and they're like just everywhere. And there's just layers of diamonds that are not personally enrolled to me. I promise I make good money still. So don't let this make you have this like mentality of like, okay, well, I have to only work with the people who are personally enrolled to me or else I'm not going to make any money. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying go find people. Okay, so now what you don't want to happen, okay? I'm a triple. How many levels am I getting, or how many generations am I getting paid on? Triple 3. Double 2, diamond 1, prez 4, triple 3, right? Because triple, it means 3. So 3 levels, or 3 generations. I keep saying levels, they're different. 3 generations, okay? So what you don't want to happen is for this double to go triple while you are still triple. Now, if they go triple, obviously that's amazing for them and their family. Yes, you want that. Yes, you want promotions on your team. Yes, help people get where they want to go. But what I'm saying is you can't go triple and just sit there and be all fat and happy up at the top. I just thought about the video that you showed me, the fat and sassy video. Okay, anyways, so you can't just sit at the top and chill and be like so excited about your promotion and then just stay at triple. Because if that person goes triple while you're still triple because you haven't done anything with these diamonds over here, you haven't been working at all on going presidential and you've just been chilling, well, then this double is going to go triple and their thing is going to look like this. But now this diamond right here, use a different color, this diamond right here, you make $0 off of it. Because that's now your 4th gen and you're only getting paid off of 3 because you are not presidential. You are a triple. And you still get paid the same here. You still get paid the same here. You still get paid on the double outside of any diamonds, but now it's a triple. So there's no other diamonds or there's nothing outside of diamonds. There's only diamonds and above on a triple chart. So you're not making anything outside of the double. And you're not making anything on that diamond because the diamond is your 4th level or your 4th gen and you don't get paid on that. Does that make sense? If it does not make sense, please, please, please tell me, because I know this is confusing. So I want to make sure that you understand it. And if you don't, I'm happy to go over it again. It's not scary. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to tell you like, oh my gosh, like beware of people promoting underneath you and all this stuff. What I'm trying to tell you is Cheyenne has never had anybody pass her in her promotions. I've never had anybody pass me in my promotions. And what I mean by that is no one on my team has gone presidential before I have. No one has gone triple before I have. And that is all depending on you. So if you're working and you are actually doing this business the way that you should and teaching your team what to do and charting with your team, that will never even be a thing. Like the people that I know in this business don't have people that are ambassadors above them, or I'm sorry, underneath them when they're an emerald. You know, that just doesn't happen. And the fact that that is the way our compensation plan is, be so thankful because it makes us not a pyramid scheme. When I get cut off from being able to make money off of somebody who passes me, that helps me to know that like you actually do have to put the work in. You can't just sit at the top and have all these people underneath you making money off of, like you're making money off of them and you're just chilling. I love the way that our compensation plan is because guess what? It makes me want to work hard. And also because I'm able to be a triple diamond in a presidential making more than ambassadors because I'm doing more work than they do. It's not about your rank. It's about your effort. And if I've got more personally enrolled diamonds and I've got more cabs, those leadership bonuses that we were talking about before, you can make more than an ambassador as a presidential. Insert income disclosure statement here, but my highest paycheck as a presidential was $33,000. That's a high ambassador pay. And I'm not saying that to like toot my own horn. I'm saying I know how to make money with this business. And if you do the things I'm showing you to do, and you personally enrolled most of the people who are on your team and you show them how to go diamond, you can totally do that too. That money is there. If you're making $300 a month and you feel like you can't get past that, that's all on you. That's in your head because the money's here. You see it now. You see exactly where the money is to be made. And it's not just going diamond, although that is like where you have the license to print money, but we talked about the levels first for a reason, because you can make really good money at Ruby and Emerald, and that doesn't even include your fast start bonuses whenever you're getting paid on the percentages of the levels. So there's so much money to be made in this business, and if you're not making it, I would argue that it's because you're not doing the work that it takes to get there. So all you have to do is start. There's so much hope in that. If you're not doing the work that it takes to get there now, just start. Start doing the work that it takes, and you can totally do this. Cheyenne and I are not anything special. We live in totally different areas of the world or the country. We have totally different backgrounds, and you know, we have different lifestyles, different families, different whatever, and we both make really good money with this business. It doesn't take a special type of person or a special type of anything to do this business and to be successful at it. So let me go back and see. Hang on one second. When you go back to Prez, yes, you do. So like, let's say somebody passes you and like this situation, this double goes triple, and then the next month you hit presidential, you get paid the same as you normally would. So you're presidential, so you're getting paid on 4 levels. You're getting paid the percentages that you should based on who the people are, where if they're personally enrolled or not. Yeah, 100%. And that's the beauty of this. Like, let's say I go diamond. I'm making those cabs, those leadership bonuses. I'm making $100 plus the 80. I'm making $180 every time I get somebody fast start qualified. I lose diamond. Okay. Hypothetically, I lose diamond. I'm not ranked diamond anymore. So I'm not making those leadership bonuses anymore. I'm only making the $100 fast starts. And then I re-promote to diamond. Of course I get those back. And let's say it's from somebody that, you know, I enrolled while I was not technically maintaining diamond, but I was lifetime ranked diamond. I still make $80 off of their whole entire organization because I'm lifetime ranked diamond. They don't take that away from you, okay? So like there's some like grace there for sure. So like let's say for example I enroll Emily. So I'm a diamond. I've been diamond, rocking and rolling, and then stuff happens, life happens, I get complacent, you know, whatever, volume drops, I lose diamond, I enroll Emily. I help Emily get fast started, she's killing it, and I make $100. I don't make my 80 because I'm not maintaining diamond. And then Emily enrolls a distributor. That sucks because I'm not making the extra 80, but that's okay because we're building towards, you know, rebuilding diamond and we're going towards double. And then I re-rank to diamond, and then Emily's distributor enrolls someone. I make $80 off of that. It doesn't matter because I was lifetime ranked diamond. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I wanted to add on that too, or not really add, but reiterate that, because I had a bunch of girls message me before that, and they're like, well, I've lost diamond for a long time, but what about all these distributors I've been rolling in with codes? If you get diamond back this month, you are a lifetime ranked diamond, so you will get all of those cabs this month for your paycheck when it hits next month. They'll all be on there. So if you're hustling to get diamond back and you've got all these distributors enrolled on your team, you get it back this month, all those cabs are magically on your paycheck again. So you better bust your butt to get diamond back this month, because there were a lot of distributor enrollments within. I know all of y'all have so many distributor enrollments right now.
And you get Margaritaville points if you re-rank to a rank that you were not paid as in September. Like if you're ranked higher.
It's 1,000 points too, y'all. So get it together.
Yeah. Is there any specific questions? That's pretty much all I had. I know there's a lot to take in. Here's the thing. Don't think that you have to be like, oh my gosh, that was perfect. I totally get the compensation plan now. I'm ready to go. It's okay if you don't. It's okay if you're like, huh, what did she just say? What is the level? What's the generation? What does personally enrolled mean? I don't even know what I'm supposed to do anymore. I just know I'm supposed to enroll customers and distributors. That's okay. Because here's the thing. Not everybody is going to be wired to understand things like this, because there are people who are wired to, you know, do different things in this world, like medically or engineering or whatever, that I'm not wired to do, and that's okay. But as long as you understand it, enrolling customers, enrolling distributors is going to make you money, you can continue to do this business and look back at the compensation plan. If you just Google It Works compensation plan, it is right there for you. It's not hidden. Go check it out. I just drew basically what the compensation plan is and explained it to you, but you can always reference that back. So if you have questions, go back and look at that. Don't think that you have to have it all memorized or that you suck if you don't understand it. Most of the people in this Zoom right now are sitting here like, huh, and that's okay. That's why you wrote down notes. That's why you refer back to it. That's why you go diamond, because when you go diamond, this makes so much more sense. Because you're not just looking at it on a piece of paper, you're living it. You're getting the bonuses. You're double and you're popping a personally enrolled diamond and you're getting that 9% off of them. And you're making that money. It makes a lot more sense as you do it.
Yeah, and I also wanted to add too, guys, my uplines are not green. They did not talk about the compensation plan ever, and I made a tremendous amount of money as a presidential because I knew how to work hard and I knew how to make sure everyone on my team knew what they were doing. I was always overcharted, always helping all these people, always promoting people no matter if they were personally enrolled or not. I had no idea any of this until like after I went pres and I was talking to Morgan all the times I hung out with her. Like, nothing. And yes, I could have looked, but I also am like anti numbers, green, didn't understand any of it. So this was like the best explanation ever. Like, I feel so good about this. Like, I want you to drop a 1 if you got value from what Morgan said. I'm pretty sure everyone, because it's so amazing when you fit in. So long story short, I didn't know it. I went presidential diamond, made way above checks every single rank that I was at, and I knew nothing about it. But because I didn't, I wanted to have somebody on here that did, because I don't want to, like, I could have made so much more money. I could have had a higher number. I could have made more money if I would have sat down and done it. So that's why I wanted to get her on here, was so that y'all don't do what I did and not, get the most of our compensation plan. Because if you're not making that money, it's just going back into It Works. Like, they want to give it to you. That's why the option's there. And so I love that. There is so much money to be made and you're all like right on the brink of it. Now you understand it, like, go get it. No more questions. Any more questions about anything at all? Now is the time to ask. Like, wait just a couple more seconds.
Who's ready to make money?
Yeah. Now all of you
excited, you're about to work like twice as hard.
Yes, like now all of you that maybe lost your diamond rank, maybe lost double, maybe you lost triple, like, go freaking get that back this month. Go get those points. Go get those cabs back from all the, I mean, guys, I've looked in our downline today. The amount of distributor enrollments versus customers this month are wild. So now go look through your Fast Start qualification. Go get all those Fast Start bonuses. Like, literally throw blitz cards around Walmart if you need to. Like, go get the customers, because I literally think about, like, I remember I was talking to Nicole Hassinger, she's a presidential, and she was talking to me just about like how much she had lost in cabs and like how she's like cab Nazi now, like must get cabs, nobody misses them. Because guys, could you imagine as a diamond walking up to a trash can and putting $180 cash in a trash can and walking away? No. And you think about it that way and you're like, oh my God. So this year alone, I have missed 4 Fast Start bonuses. That's it. Now I still get mad about those 4, but all of the ones that I've earned, because I don't miss them. Like, Fast Start bonuses are like not missable. So go get customers, go get those Fast Starts, get your rank back. Thank you so much, Morgan, for doing this. You helped me tremendously. Now I'm like, there's probably so much money that I missed out on, but it's fine because now y'all aren't going to. Okay, so thank you so much for doing this. Everyone's telling you thank you in the chat. But I hope you'll have a super awesome night. And I'll have this recorded for anybody that missed out on it, and I'll send it to Morgan when it's up too. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.